Pivotal Homes attacked by ransomware. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, I thought it's worth having a look at this article about how Pivotal Homes, a builder that's recently gone into liquidation, was attacked by ransomware. Now, I'm sure a lot of us have businesses, and this is probably a good reminder to make sure your data protection systems are in place. I had one friend, Sparky, his whole business was attacked in a ransomware attack. They encrypted everything on his server, and he ended up having to pay them. He ended up having to pay them to get access to his business. I think he hadn't updated his security settings on a server. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, it was a bit of a stressful situation. I had one staff member go to a dodgy website on one of our computers, which I think it was still using Windows 8 at the time, so it didn't have an update. And then we noticed the network started encrypting. Fortunately, it started at letter A and went through all the archive projects, so I managed to kill it and stop the process. But that was a bit concerning too, because they encrypt these files and they try and blackmail you into paying them. So for a builder who's gone in liquidation, this is going to be a nightmare for them. And for the liquidators trying to find who owes money where if they can't get access to this information. So guys, check your data protection strategies. One thing we found was the stuff on our SharePoint was okay. It was only the stuff on the map drives. Anyway, so liquidators of under fire building company Pivotal Homes have revealed the business was hit by a ransomware attack just weeks before it collapsed. The hack will mean financial information about the company will have to be pieced together using paper records. Managing Director Michael Irwin announced the organization had gone into liquidation last week, citing rising labor and construction costs as the reason it was impossible to carry on. Staff had no warning that the business was doing badly, nor were they given any notice they should start looking for jobs after the business made cutbacks. According to the Courier Mail, liquidator Chris Cook said the attack was legitimate and had corrupted the company's files. Up to 6 months of records have reportedly been lost. Mr. Cook said the lost files had meant staff of Pivotal had been attempting to settle accounts manually in recent weeks, with the increased labor a likely contributor to the company's failure. It is possibly a case of being the final straw, he said. That could be enough to tip you over, everyone. So, take this, this is a sad story, but take this as a lesson. I'm going to go check my backup system right now too. So, it was making it enormously difficult. There was an enormous amount of labor involved in working out the payments. Liquidator Chris Cook said staff were attempting to settle accounts manually, leading to the company's demise. Hang on, there's a repeat there. Tom Egan, the head sales manager for Pivotal Homes, said he and a dozen or so other staff members were devastated by the company's sudden collapse. No one knew, Mr. Egan, who'd worked in the construction sector for 25 years, told news.com.au. At 1:30 p.m. on Thursday, everyone was called to the boardroom. The liquidator advised that we were terminated. There you go. This is what can happen, everyone, in businesses. This is why businesses holding your super and paying it when they can, long service leave, all of this stuff needs to be removed and given directly to the individual. Why should a business hold your long service leave? Get it paid out to you every year. There you go. Well, then it isn't long service leave anymore. Well, how often are civil servants having to travel back to England by ship? We don't need long service leave anymore. Just make it part of people's packages. Same thing with super. Let people or make people pay that themselves. You pay them all the money, then the people have to deposit it into their super fund themselves. What, you're saying they'll never do that? Well, there we go. Maybe they'll realize that the state is forcing them to invest money. It might change their behavior. Anyway, back to this. It's devastating for everybody. You had staff there who'd been working for up to 10 years. I hope they get their service leave. Mr. Egan said he only reported to the managing director, Mr. Irwin, and others oversaw all operations and saw no signs that the company was on its last legs. Two major Australian construction companies, including Gold Coast-based Condev and industry giant ProBuild, have already gone into liquidation this year. Smaller operations like Hontondo, Home Innovation, and New Sensation, as well as Sydney-based Next, have also collapsed, leaving homeowners out of pocket and with unfinished houses. An industry insider has told news.com.au that half of the building companies are trading while insolvent, which is terrifying if it's true. It's not allowed. That should be illegal. So let's have a talk about this one. So, I mean, this could be the final nail in the coffin if... it could be a disaster. Trying to run a business with all your data encrypted and unable to get to it. Going manual. Make sure you learn from this, everyone. Check your backup. Have you got your system set up? How are you running? How are you storing your data? Now's the time. What suggestions would you have for people in the comments? Or maybe share disaster stories you've heard from businesses. Because isn't that the rule? When a business gets attacked in one of these situations, very few of them last much longer after it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. This is sad news with Pivotal, but it's a lesson we should all take from it. So, those of us in business don't wind up in the same situation. And now it's so cheap to host stuff online, to have a third party managing it, but even then that can be encrypted. But hopefully, Google or such and such will detect if you're putting encrypted files up. But still, you need one of the first jobs I had working as an architectural student was an IT network admin for Blythe O'Neill, because I was a young kid and I knew computers. So I was here in the Brisbane office. And the backups are really important. We had to use tape backups there. And I remember being on the phone to the American data company making sure it worked, because you don't want to lose it. So it's something we have to worry about, guys. We have to worry about it because this is a risk. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can. You can financially support us by joining us on YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband, or contacting us if you need any architectural support. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode. This is sad news, isn't it? That could be enough to tip a business over. Yeah.